Whenever I get to talk about an event gear, it always makes me happy because most people tend to have it if they were around that era, and it was completely free. How can you go wrong there? And today, we're looking at one which almost 1 million people had. Usually in events, many people, like over 1 million, have it, but this was very close to breaking that. So what did almost 1 million people get? Well, let's pop over to the old CRT TV from IKEA! Okay, looking at it on the gear page doesn't sound that intimidating. Doesn't really intimidate me because you know what? It's an event gear and it says it's gonna protect. Protect from what? The way the gear works is that whenever any projectile makes contact with it, it just deletes out of the world and shows a little particle effect. Now, what it calls a projectile is a little weird. I mean, these balloons are a projectile? What? But one thing it has to get straight is that it can't be an instant hit projectile. If it's one of those, then it just passes straight through. Kind of defeating some of the purpose and you can just walk through it, but still, it's a decent choice. Speed is one of the item's shining attributes because right when you click it comes out like it has a New York minute to spare. It just appears out of nowhere, giving you a perfect deflection, or not deflection, deletion, of the projectiles that are flying at you. Only problem is, while it's growing, the radius still has to grow, so it's not a perfect bring out, but it's pretty high up there, I'll give him that. This one didn't really surprise me, but it works flawlessly in R15, going as far as to still reflect all the bogus bees that appear. So you know what? Full across the board if it works. And finally, catalog heaven viability. I mean, the only really thing it counters is the hedgehog cannon, and yeah, that's the most annoying item on the entire game, but what about the black hole sword, huh? Or about the carpet, which just sends you closer to somebody with the ice dagger, huh? I mean, yeah, it counters stuff in Catalog Heaven, but not enough for me to say, woo! So after adding up all the numbers, I can conclude that the final score for the Voltron's Paladin weapon was a 6.8 out of 10. Well, here's the thing. It works fine enough as a shield, but there are just finer ways to just move around. But for a free event item, you know what? This can count as some of the tougher stuff. Have you ever seen the Beehive? Just pop this up and just sip on a coffee or something. Just make sure you have the good timing, because it only lasts like 30 seconds, and then when it's brought down, you're probably going to cry.